All right, guys, one of our staple plyometrics, especially for our lower limb, is gonna be our POGOs and our different series and variations with our POGOs. We perform these single leg, alternating, pulsing, lateral, forward, reverse. It doesn't matter. We have a lot of different variations when it comes to this, but it's important that you're performing them correctly. There's a couple different variations that we utilize, and we just want to make sure that we go through them. So the number one thing that we want to focus on is that we are isolating the lower limb. And what we mean by that is we only want to work through the ankle to produce that force to pop ourselves up vertically. And we don't want to focus on, or we don't want to utilize the hip or the knee, especially even to absorb the force when you're landing. A lot of guys like to get a lot more height in POGOs when they're using and absorbing through the knee. Now this is great, but it's not the variation that we typically work on, especially in the beginning of the off season. We really want to isolate that foot and ankle complex. So what Jordan's gonna do is he's just gonna bounce through the balls of the feet. Feet are right underneath the hips, toes facing forward, and he's just gonna use just the foot and ankle, be able to be stiff in the knee, locked out, and work just through the ankle. Here we go. Pop, 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 pop. And as you can see, he's pushing through the balls of the feet, and he's remaining in dorsiflexion. Now, if we wanna progress this, you can take a break. If we wanna progress this, what we can do is I say, hey, go ahead and start absorbing through the knee so you can get a little bit of knee bend, and that's gonna generate a little bit more energy for you to get a little bit higher, right, on your POGO jump. So it's just almost like a hybrid. It's not quite a squat jump because we're not using hips. We're using a little bit of knee to basically act as shock absorbers, and that allows you to get a little bit more knee extension into your jump. So go ahead and go to a more aggressive one. Perfect, perfect. So as you can see, he's not necessarily using the hips here, but he's definitely using and working across the knee. So those are the two POGO variations. The first one is typically where we start. If we program the second one, we'll make sure that we let you know.